What actually sets the Leopard 2A8NO built at Norway's new factory apart from its older siblings? That question deserves a careful answer, because the difference is not simply a matter of thicker armor or a larger gun. To understand what truly distinguishes the Leopard 2A8NO, we need to look at the shift in philosophy behind its development. The story begins not on the battlefield, but at a newly built production facility in the municipality of Levanger. KNDS and Riddick had constructed the factory from the ground up. And remarkably, the entire project took only 18 months to complete. In an industry as complex and heavily regulated as defense manufacturing, where major projects often take years, that timeline is exceptional. The facility was designed not only for assembly, but also for comprehensive testing. It features a laser testing range, steep inclines to evaluate vehicle mobility in extreme terrain, and even a water obstacle course to simulate operations in flooded environments. With an annual production capacity of 36 main battle tanks, the output may seem modest compared to civilian automotive factories. However, for vehicles weighing dozens of tons and packed with sophisticated electronic systems, it represents a significant manufacturing capability. One particularly notable aspect of the facility is its commitment to sustainable energy. The factory uses geothermal energy to power its operations. This is not merely a green marketing initiative. Norway has long been a leader in adopting renewable energy, and applying geothermal power to an industry as demanding as tank production demonstrates that the energy transition can extend even into sectors traditionally viewed as highly energy-intensive. Full-scale production is scheduled to begin in the fall of 2026. Of the 54 Leopard 2A8NO tanks ordered by Norway, 37 will be assembled domestically by Riddick at its facility in Trøndelag. There is also a deeper strategic reason why Norway insisted on assembling most of its tanks at home instead of purchasing fully built vehicles from Germany. Thomas Beck, Director of Land and Joint Capabilities at the Norwegian Defence Materiel Agency, explained that maintaining domestic production and repair capabilities provides substantial value to the country's defense industry. Put simply, if international supply chains were disrupted by a crisis or armed conflict, Norway would not have to rely entirely on foreign factories to repair or maintain its own tank fleet. That level of strategic independence comes at a significant cost, but one the country considers well worth the investment. To understand the leap represented by the Leopard 2A8NO, it is worth looking at the vehicle it is replacing. The older Leopard 2A4NO was a product of an earlier generation, well protected and heavily armed for its time, but fundamentally designed to operate as a relatively isolated platform. The search for its successor culminated in 2023, when Germany's Leopard 2 competed against South Korea's K2 Black Panther. Both candidates were sent to Norway for extensive field trials. And in the end, the Leopard 2 emerged as the winner of the competition. The most fundamental difference between this new variant and earlier generations, including the Leopard 2A6 and Leopard 2A7, which also entered service with several NATO countries, is the integration of the Trophy Active Protection System. The system was developed by the Israeli defense company Rafael and is supplied through Eurotrophy, a joint venture between General Dynamics European Land Systems, KNDS, and Rafael. Trophy is not an unproven technology. It has been installed on Israel's Merkava main battle tanks and Namur armored personnel carriers since 2011, repeatedly demonstrating its ability to intercept anti-tank guided missiles, rocket-propelled grenades, and other shaped charge threats in real combat rather than controlled laboratory tests. Its concept is straightforward, although its execution is highly sophisticated. Detect an incoming threat, classify it, and neutralize it before it can strike the vehicle. This level of protection cannot be matched by passive armor alone, particularly against top-attack weapons and precision-guided munitions, which have become increasingly common on the modern battlefield. Norway has chosen to make Trophy a standard part of the Leopard 2A8NO configuration, rather than an optional add-on that could be installed later. As a result, all 54 Leopard 2A8NO tanks will be delivered with this capability from day one, instead of receiving it as part of a future upgrade program several years after entering service. The Leopard 2A8NO most distinctive feature is not its physical protection, but its ability to share data in real time with the entire combat network of Brigade Nord, the Norwegian Army's primary combined arms formation. Imagine the difference between a tank that can only see what its own crew observes, and one that continuously sends and receives sensor data, targeting information, and positional updates with every nearby friendly unit simultaneously. Field commanders no longer have to piece together the battlefield picture from fragmented radio reports that often arrive late and are already outdated. Instead, they can view the entire operational picture in real time. Trond Hande, commander of the Norwegian Army Weapons School, has described the Leopard 2A8NO as the best tank in the world today, citing its unique combination of firepower, protection, mobility, and fully integrated command and control capabilities. The first main battle tank arrived at Reina Camp in Østerdalen on April 30, 2026, in the presence of several senior Norwegian defense officials, including Minister of Defense Tore Sandvik. He framed the tank's arrival as part of Norway's broader deterrence strategy, calling the Leopard 2A8 both a technological milestone and a testament to strong Allied cooperation, ultimately raising the threshold for anyone considering an attack on Norway. The roadmap for deployment has already been carefully planned. The first two vehicles will be used to train instructors at the Norwegian Army Weapons School, as well as tank crews assigned to Brigade Nord. It will not be until the autumn of 2027 that the first tank squadron is fully equipped with these new vehicles, providing approximately 18 months for the weapons school to develop the doctrine, train instructors, and establish the training programs that will determine how the Leopard 2A8NO is employed in real combat operations. With this move, Norway joins a small group of NATO members, deploying active protection systems on their main battle tanks on a large scale. Amid the proliferation of advanced anti-tank missiles and the deadly drone threats demonstrated in Ukraine and other recent conflicts, passive armor alone is clearly no longer sufficient. Every Leopard 2A8NO delivered to Norway brings more than just stronger armor and more capable weapons. It carries a system designed to actively defeat threats before they can even make contact. What do you think of the Leopard 2A8NO? That's all for today's episode, and thanks for watching.